At my son's birthday, MIL asked if chocolate always makes him scream. My mother-in-law Patricia asked this question at my son Jamie's 5th birthday party in front of 30 guests, while Jamie was happily eating chocolate cake without any screaming whatsoever. The question seemed bizarre until I realized she'd been secretly feeding him foods he's allergic to for months, documenting his reactions, and building a case that I was an unfit mother who was making up his allergies for attention. Jamie has severe allergies to tree nuts and mild lactose intolerance. We discovered this when he was 2, after multiple ER visits. Patricia never believed it. She called me a hypochondriac, accused me of having Munchausen by proxy, and insisted allergies were trendy parenting nonsense. At the party, after her chocolate question, she pulled out a folder. "I've been conducting tests," she announced proudly. "Jamie isn't allergic to anything. You've been lying to control my son and isolate my grandson." The folder contained photos and videos of Jamie eating various foods at her house during unsupervised visits: ice cream, cheese, foods that definitely contained nuts, each documented with dates and no reaction notes. My husband David went pale. "Mom, have you been feeding him allergens?" "I've been proving there are no allergens," she corrected. "Look, he's fine." Except Jamie wasn't fine. I'd been noticing symptoms after every visit with Patricia: stomach aches, rashes, breathing issues. I'd asked her repeatedly if she was following his diet restrictions. She'd sworn she was. I'd even sent packed meals, which I now learned she threw away. "Show them the video from last Tuesday," Patricia told her husband, who looked uncomfortable but pulled out his phone. The video showed Jamie eating a chocolate bar at their house. Patricia's voice narrated, "Jamie eating Snickers bar, no reaction after 5 minutes. I felt sick. Snickers contain peanuts. Jamie is allergic to tree nuts, not peanuts," a distinction Patricia never bothered to learn. "That's not the allergen he has," I shouted, "and allergic reactions don't always happen immediately." Patricia smiled smugly. Exactly what someone making up allergies would say. That's when Jamie's aunt, a nurse, spoke up. "Patricia, did you give him hazelnuts or walnuts specifically?" "Of course not. I'm not trying to hurt him, just proving he can eat normal food." "You mean you've been randomly experimenting on him without understanding his actual allergies?" The pediatrician's report was in my purse. I pulled it out, showing the specific allergens, the EpiPen prescription, the detailed care plan. Patricia waved it away. "Doctors will say anything if you pay them enough." David exploded. "Mom, you could have killed him. This isn't a game." Patricia doubled down. "I raised you without all this nonsense. Kids today are too coddled. A little exposure builds immunity." "That's not how allergies work," David's sister yelled. "You're describing how to cause anaphylactic shock." The party guests were recording everything now. Patricia, realizing she was losing the crowd, pulled out her final evidence: a video from 2 months ago of Jamie eating what she claimed was walnut cake with no reaction. I watched in horror as my 5-year-old ate the cake on screen. Then I remembered that day. Jamie had come home from Patricia's violently ill. We'd gone to the ER. I had the discharge papers in my car, always keeping them in case of emergencies. I retrieved them and read aloud. "Patient presented with allergic reaction symptoms consistent with tree nut exposure. Treated with antihistamines and steroids. Mother reports exposure source unknown as child was, with grandmother who claimed to follow allergy protocol." Patricia had nearly hospitalized my son, and then lied about it. The room went silent except for Jamie asking for more cake. Regular chocolate, no nuts. David took the microphone from the DJ. "Everyone, I need to say this publicly. My mother has been poisoning my son to prove my wife wrong about medical diagnoses. She's been documenting it like some twisted science experiment. This ends now." Patricia tried to leave, but David's sister blocked her. "No, you're going to sit here and listen to every parent tell you what you've done wrong." And they did. Every parent at that party lined up to explain allergies to Patricia, like she was a child. One mother whose daughter had a peanut allergy cried while describing watching her child nearly die. Patricia's response: "You're all overreacting. I was trying to help. That was 6 months ago." Patricia is no longer allowed unsupervised visits with Jamie. We've documented everything with our lawyer in case she tries for grandparent rights. She tells everyone I'm keeping her grandson from her over a little chocolate, conveniently leaving out the months of deliberate poisoning. Jamie still asks why Grandma Patricia can't take him to the park alone anymore. We tell him she doesn't remember his food rules very well. He accepts this with 5-year-old wisdom. "She should write them down like you do for Daddy."